Miles just totally loses his shit. He's crawling around the mud like a worm.
Ooh, Fibbler, you are good.
Stop that. Stop all that. But I guess the Diddler's a Sith Lord, because he comes at him with a freaking lightsaber. Hello again, friends. So my last video left a bad taste in my mouth, so I'm going to cleanse my palate with more direct-to-video silliness. So, by popular demand, and by that I mean like 3 people requested it, I'm going to be taking my first look at the most infamous of 90s Christian kids video series, Bibleman. First appearing in 1995, Bibleman asked, what if you took Batman, made him an evangelical, stripped him of all the moral complexities that make Batman a compelling character, and then gave him way too much free time on his hands? Oh, and what if we put a silly rubber costume on the guy from Charles in Charge? Thus, Bibleman was born! Now, the first 2 Bibleman videos really didn't have that much Bibleman in them. Instead, it was in like this kids' school variety show format. And when Bibleman does show up, it's kind of like, you know, when you had like a school assembly during Christmas and one of the teachers dressed up like Santa Claus.
Hey kids, how about a cheer for the Bible?
And there's this one part where the rubber suit just never stops squeaking.
All of these books are very interesting. In the Bible, you can learn about history, science. That's why my favorite book is the Bible.
Pretty embarrassing. But we're gonna skip those and head straight to the first true Bibleman Dark Knight's adventure in The 6 Lies of the Fibbler. But first, Pamplin Entertainment. Yes, our name sounds like a woman's menstrual product. We begin at stately Bible Manor, where, deep down in the cheaply constructed Bible cave, there's a lot of what stupid people think science looks like going on. Then, using a handprint scanner, which clearly does not fit the hand, we freeze frame for far too long on a cheap rubber mask. Yeah, really doesn't have the same impact as Tim Burton, does it? Then finally, we get the official origin story of Bibleman.
Miles Peterson, a man who had it all. Wealth, status, success. Still, something was lacking.
Wow, what a relatable character. Someone the kids can really sympathize and identify with. Someone blessed with everything that most people struggle all their lives for, but is still a mopey little whiner about it. Because Miles really wants what all rich people really want. The power to impress their ideological opinions on society. So then Miles just totally loses his shit. He's crawling around the mud like a worm. And then he just happens to find a Bible buried in the mud, which is so weird. And just because of that, he decides to become Bibleman. You know, most vigilante heroes have a tragic backstory. You know, something like their entire family was killed, so now they dedicate themselves to saving others. But Bibleman's just a guy who needed a hobby. Hey, Miles, if your life is so empty and unfulfilling, how about getting married and starting a family? I mean, that's what most people do in your situation. You know, I like to think his freak out is Miles finally realizing he'll never find a girlfriend. So he's like, oh well, might as well put on a rubber suit and start shouting Bible verses. Guess it beats collecting model trains. So then we launch into our title sequence. And I'm not gonna include much of the music in case there's copyright issues, but it's got kind of a surf rock vibe.
Go get everyone you know, 'cause
It's just about time for the Bibleman show.
Ah, Papyrus, the most dignified of font choices. Cut to some obviously dubbed dialogue.
Hey, where's Ashley? She's late again.
Let's gesticulate so it looks like we're talking. So, anyone watching who had like a really churchy childhood, did you ever do anything like this? Like, get together with your multi-ethnic group of friends to sing and dance on a front porch somewhere? I mean, let me know down in the comments. So we keep cutting back and forth to Rudy Huxtable just busting ass on our bike here. And when she arrives, everyone's pissed at her for being late. So then we meet our villain, the pedo. I mean, the Fibbler, who's probably a pedo, who has the power to make Rudy make lame excuses.
Those excuses are lame. Why don't you just admit you're lying?
Jeez, cream cheese, lay off. She nearly had a heart attack getting here. So, how do I describe the Fibbler? So the Fibbler's like if the Joker were played by Andy Dick. Now, that's not quite right. The Fibbler's like if an anti-Semitic cartoon character had a baby with a flamboyant jar of mustard.
Boom! Yummy!
Now, it's still not quite right. The Fibbler is like that yellow bastard from Sin City after his dick was shot off. Yeah, that's the one. Then, Bibleman teleports in just to see how rehearsal is going. So, Bibleman is basically just like a youth pastor in a stupid outfit.
Well, I was praying and I felt led to come by and encourage.
Then, when things get awkward, Bibleman covers by giving a random Bible verse and then just pisses off out of there. Like, you think he got all dressed up just to do that? What a loser! So then, Cream Cheese tries to make nice with Rudy by asking her to hold onto the cassette tape they need for their performance tonight. But one, he does it in kind of like a creepy way that sounds like he's asking her on a date.
Well, yeah, that way we could, kind of be a team.
And two, why would you give such an important task to the person you know to be the least responsible person in the group? You're just setting yourself up for a fall, Cream Cheese.
Ooh, Fibbler, you are good.
Stop
Oh,
that. Stop
you
all
can't
that.
take all.
So that night at the church, it's just more of the same. Just the same old crap, only now in ugly sweaters and itchy church pants.
Something that will grow. Joy is something you will know.
But the 12 white people in the congregation are just eating this shit up. All right, we saw 12 faces and rocked them all. Hey, that guy needs to stay 50 feet away from children at all times. But of course, Rudy fucks up by forgetting the cassette. Nice going, Cream Cheese. And the pastor is pissed.
I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but there has been a problem.
So I know you all came here for the explicit purpose of watching a few kids prance around a church. I mean, you guys came to church even when you didn't have to, so that alone shows you have nothing going on at home. But I'm afraid you're all gonna have to go back home and find something to occupy yourselves. I don't know, maybe Family Feud is on. I know you all like that. Ugh, they should not show this guy in close-up. But Bibleman's just hanging around the back with a bunch of minors. But I guess since game recognizes game, he pegs this creep and chases after her as fast as he can without the costume falling apart. But I guess the Diddler's a Sith Lord because he comes at him with a freaking lightsaber. So after some of the most basic 1-2-1-2 fight choreography you've ever seen, one of the kids has gotta give Bibleman murder blue balls by interrupting his kill stroke. So later at the Bible cave, Dad Jeans makes some notes looking at a globe behind some plastic sheeting and consults his People in Stupid Hats database to find his man. And no other information. The next day at the abandoned school, I'm guessing it's abandoned since no one else is present, the gang's all bummed because Rudy left the group. And wait, he's also their teacher? Miles gained wealth, status, and success as a grade school teacher. And then Miles pulls off some A-list child counseling.
Is everything okay with you guys?
No, it's not, Mr. Peterson.
Oh. Well, I'm sure everything will work out for the best.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure it will.
Then we get a long montage of Rudy being sad. That ends with Bibleman approaching her on an empty playground like a creep to hit her with the old, you're just like St. Paul line.
Well, the Bible tells me that you are just like the Apostle Paul.
And there is a lot of costume noise.
Okay, maybe this will be better. And in 1 John 1:9, you just be honest, Ashley.
Like I am about my physique. Ah, isn't that sweet? They all make up.
That's what you think, my little liar. But I'll teach you soon enough.
Hey, stop peeping on the kids or I'll shove this up your ass!
I'm more than willing to fight you and your scripture, Bible creep!
Willingness and stupidity don't go well together. Proverbs 19:2.
Wait, really? Okay, it doesn't exactly say that. So Spider-Man has got this thing where he makes witty little quips during battle. And Bibleman kinda does the same thing, except with Bible verses. which somehow weakened his enemies, until the Diddler, like an idiot, hits himself in his own shin and explodes into tiny pixelated triangles, allowing our hero to murder without actually murdering. So, more kids singing and dancing. Yay! In front of the same 12 people. They still got nothing going on at home. So tell me down in the comments, was this really better than Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight? Was it at least better than Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin? How about that time Adam West danced? So until next time, I'm Satan the 17th and oh no!
Does this spell doom for our demonic denunciator? Make sure to subscribe for next time! Same Satan time, same Satan channel!